Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Working our way to 22.1K subs, so keep up the good work. Check out my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Really good promos, especially with FanDuel. New customers bet 5, get 150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. So take advantage of that in the description below. Really good promos with other sites as well. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today. 15 matchups. Starting with the Baltimore Orioles versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -130. Baltimore +10 with the over-under at 8.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 74-53. The Mets 65-61. Pitching for Baltimore is Cole Irvin with an ERA of 4.85. Pitching for the Mets is Sean Manaea with an ERA of 3.46. Irvin, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Manaea, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Irvin coming off some very bad starts here. He's given up 14 runs in his last 3 starts. Manaea coming off back-to-back 3-run games. Baltimore, nice win as a dog yesterday, winning 9-5. They are just 1-4 on the road against the Mets, where they have struggled. I do not love Irvin on the mound today. He's been getting torched. I think I got to take the Mets at home today. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -160. Boston +130 with the over-under at 9. Boston coming into this matchup 66-59. The Astros 68-57. Pitching for Boston is Cooper Criswell with an ERA of 4.08. Pitching for the Astros is Justin Verlander with an ERA of 3.95. Criswell, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Verlander, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Verlander coming off back-to-back 4-run games here. Boston beating the Astros yesterday 6-5. Boston is just 1-7 against Houston. Overall, they've been pretty bad against them. Houston 11-2 in their last 13. I mean, they're playing great on the stretch. Criswell coming off some good starts on the mound here. Coming off that 0-run game, only giving up 4 runs in his last 3. 2 rougher starts for Verlander. We've seen him have really good games. I'm liking Houston with the bounce back. They've just played well overall. Boston's really struggled against Houston. I think it's going to be difficult for them to win back-to-back on the road today. And I think I'm going to take the Astros at home. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -160. The Pirates +130 with the over-under at 8.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 59-66. The Rangers 58-69. Pitching for the Pirates is Domingo Yerman with an ERA of 3.0. Pitching for the Rangers is Andrew Heaney with an ERA of 4.20. Yerman hasn't pitched yet this season. This is his first start last season. Coming off 2 bad starts, coming off a 6 and 5-run game. Heaney, he's coming off a 4 and 3-run game. Pittsburgh beating the Rangers yesterday 4-0, shutting them out. Disappointing game from the Rangers. They did not show up. Had a great pitching matchup too. Yeah, we'll see what Yerman looks like. I mean, he's coming off 2 bad starts on the mound from last year. Yeah, this one's tough because you had Rangers who just didn't even show up yesterday, and they have not played well. We'll see if Yerman can have a better game on the mound to start the season. I just don't know if I can trust the Rangers. Such a bad letdown spot yesterday. I'll take the Pirates +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -240. The White Sox +190 with the over-under at 7. White Sox coming into this matchup 30-97. The Giants 65 and 63. Pitching for the White Sox is Garrett Crochet with an ERA at 3.61. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA at 3.17. Crochet, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Webb, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. White Sox dropping back-to-back to the Giants. Thought they'd be able to hang this series. They obviously haven't. Giants coming off some 2 nice wins here. Love Webb on the mound. He's only given up 2 runs in his last 3 starts here, so he's coming off some nice ones. And yeah, Giants playing well this series. Thought the White Sox would be able to get him in the last 2. Couldn't do it. Love Webb on the mound. I'll take the Giants at home. Next matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Miami Marlins. Arizona opening up as road favorites at -180. The Marlins +140 with the over-under at 8.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 71 and 56. The Marlins 46 and 80. Pitching for Arizona is Jordan Montgomery with an ERA of 5.64. Pitching for the Marlins is Roddery Munoz with an ERA of 5.88. Montgomery, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Munoz, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Both pitchers giving up runs here. Arizona coming off back-to-back wins against the Marlins, beating him yesterday 3-1. They are 9-4 on the road, where they've played very well. Munoz been consistently giving up 4. He's given up 4, 3, and 4 in his last 3. Yeah. D-backs playing great on the road. They look good in this series. I'll take the D-backs on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -130. The Twins +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Twins coming into this matchup 70 and 56. The Padres 72 and 55. Pitching for the Twins is Simeon Woods Richardson with an ERA at 3.77. Pitching for the Padres is Matt Waldron with an ERA of 4.29. Richardson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Waldron, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 6 strikeouts, coming off 2 really bad games, giving up 7 and 5 runs. Twins losing to the Padres yesterday, 7-5. Padres on a 2-game winning streak here. Yeah, I don't love Waldron on the mound. 2 bad starts here. Woods Richardson's been good, giving up about 2 to 3 here. I think Twins are good dogs today. I just don't love Waldron on the mound. I'll take the Twins +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Washington Nationals. Washington opening up as home favorites at -150. The Rockies +130 with the over-under at 8.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 47 and 79. The Nationals 56 and 70. Pitching for the Rockies is Tanner Gordon with an ERA of 7.0. Pitching for the Nationals is Mitchell Parker with an ERA of 4.44. Gordon, his last start, he pitched half an inning, gave up 3 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Parker, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 9 runs, had 6 strikeouts. His 2 games prior, though, hasn't given up a run, so he's just coming off a very, very bad game. Rockies beating the Nationals yesterday 3-1. Nice win for the Nationals on the road. Yeah, not a great matchup. Parker, he's been good, but man, coming off a 9-run game, that's pretty tough to come off of there. Gordon coming off 3 decent starts. That ERA, don't let that ERA fool you. He hasn't been horrible. He's been giving up pretty much any pitcher gives up, about 2 to 3 runs. So, yeah, not in love with Parker here. I think Rockies are good dogs in this series, and I'll take the Rockies +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -160. The Guardians +140 with the over-under at 8.5. Guardians coming into this matchup 73 and 52. The Yankees 73 and 53. Pitching for the Guardians is Joey Cantillo with an ERA of 6.23. Pitching for the Yankees is Nestor Cortez with an ERA of 4.20. Cantillo, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Cortez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Cantillo coming off 3 straight 3-run games. And then Cortez, coming off the 0-run game where he's had some rough starts on the mound here. Cleveland beating the Yankees yesterday 9-5. Nice win for Cleveland. Especially as a dog on the road. I don't know. Not in love with Cantillo on the mound here. And I like the Yankees with the bounce back. Cortez coming off one of his better starts of the season here. Give me the Yankees at home. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Reds opening up as road favorites at -115. Toronto -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Reds coming into this matchup 61 and 65. Toronto 59 and 67. Pitching for the Reds is Nick Martinez with an ERA of 3.25. Pitching for Toronto is Yariel Rodriguez with an ERA of 3.93. Martinez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts, coming off prior 2 0-run games here. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Reds losing to Toronto yesterday 10-3. Cincinnati, they're just 3-8 against Toronto, 3-9 on the road against Toronto here. Pretty even pitching matchup. Rodriguez, his 2 games prior, gave up 1 and 0 runs here. Toronto Dogs at home, coming off a hot game yesterday. I'll take Toronto +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -120. The Phillies +100 with the over-under at 8. Phillies coming into this matchup 73 and 52. The Braves 67 and 58. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 3.51. Pitching for the Braves is Max Fried with an ERA of 3.62. Nola, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Fried, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Fried coming off some bad starts on the mound here. I mean, he's given up 12 runs in his last 3 starts here. The Phillies on a 2-game losing streak, losing to the Braves yesterday 3-1. Braves on a little 3-game winning streak. Phillies 1-4 on the road against Atlanta, where they have struggled. Not in love with Fried on the mound though. He's had his last 3 have been pretty bad. I think Phillies are good dogs today with Fried on the mound. I'll take the Phillies +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 7.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 73 and 52. The Cardinals 61 and 64. Pitching for the Brewers is Tobias Myers with an ERA of 2.81. Pitching for the Cardinals is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.26. Myers, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Gibson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Brewers on a 6-game winning streak here, beating St. Louis 3-2 yesterday. St. Louis just 2-8 in their last 10. They're really struggling. The Brewers 7-0 on the road against St. Louis, 9-1 against St. Louis. They've been dominant against the Cardinals here. Gibson hasn't been that great on the mound lately. He's given up 12 runs in 3 starts. Myers been very solid for the Brewers here. In a pick'em scenario, taking the more dominant team. I'm going to take the Brewers on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Angels plus 160 with the over-under at 9. Angels coming into this matchup 54 and 72. The Royals 70 and 56. Pitching for the Angels is Johnny Cueto with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Royals is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 3.68. Cueto making his first start of the season. Gave up 10 runs in his last 3 starts. Lorenzen, he's coming off a 1-run game. Coming off some good starts here. He's only given up 5 runs in 3 starts. Angels beating the Royals yesterday 9-5. Nice win for the Angels. We're going to see how they look with, with him on the mound today for the Angels with this first start of the season. I like a big bounce back from the Royals. Bad loss yesterday. Lorenzen's been good on the mound. I'll take the Royals at home. Next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Oakland Athletics. Rays opening up as road favorites at minus 125. Oakland plus 110 with the over-under at 7.5. Rays coming into this matchup 63 and 62. Oakland 54 and 72. Pitching for the Rays is Ryan Pepiot with an ERA at 3.69. Pitching for Oakland is Mitch Spence with an ERA of 4.64. Pepiot, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts, coming off back-to-back 0-run games here. Only giving up 1 run in 3 starts. Spence, he's coming off a 5-run game. Tampa Bay shutting out Oakland yesterday 1-0. They're 11-4 against Oakland. Really love Pepiot on the mound here. He's been a very good bright spot for Tampa Bay here recently. And I think I'm going to take the Rays on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at minus 160. The Mariners plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Seattle coming into this matchup 64 and 63. The Dodgers 75 and 52. Pitching for Seattle is Logan Gilbert with an ERA at 2.96. Pitching for the Dodgers is Jack Flaherty with an ERA at 3.06. Gilbert, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Flaherty, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Dodgers beating Seattle 6-3 yesterday. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They've just been dominant against Seattle. Seattle 0-8 against the Dodgers. 0-9 on the road against the Dodgers, where they've just been very bad. And the Dodgers have been dominant. I just got to take the Dodgers at home here. Hopefully Flaherty can have a better game, but they've just been so dominant against the Seattle. I got to take LA at home. In the last matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 160. Detroit plus 130 with the over-under at 7.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 61 and 65. The Cubs 62 and 64. Pitching for the Tigers is currently undecided, so we'll see who ends up pitching for Detroit tonight when that info gets released. Pitching for the Cubs is Jameson Taillon with an ERA at 3.62. Let's see, Taillon. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. 3 of his last 5 starts have been really bad. 3 of his last 5, he's given up 4, 5, 1, 6, and 1. So he's had some pretty brutal starts in that stretch right there. Detroit losing to the Cubs yesterday, 3-1. Nice win for the Cubs. Detroit is 9-4 on the road against the Cubs, where they've been really good. And not in love with Taillon here. He's just had some bad starts. Gives up runs. Not too reliable here. So he ends up pitching for Detroit, but they've had good success on the road against the Cubs. I'll take Detroit plus 1.5 on the road in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.